Good afternoon and welcome to Less is More Coaching and Les Hill with my conversation for today about integrity. And today I'm going to a very, very bland conversation compared to yesterday. I'm going to the integrity of pricing for services. And why does it occur to a lot of people that plumbers, electricians, HVAC personnel are so expensive? And I wanted to offer some workability to the thought process that people deal with. First of all, if I run to Menards or to Home Depot or Fleet Farm, I can find a water heater for a few $100s. And I can load it up in my car and I can bring it home and I can do a hack job and pull the connections and slap a new water heater in. And then I got to pay or go and to the recycling place and get rid of the old water heater. Sure. Now, let's do a little reality check. What is covered in my costs? So first of all, my time to go to Menards, to find it on sale, to load it in the car, to come home, to pull the old one. Oh, I don't have the right tool. I need to go buy a tool. Oh, I forgot some parts. I need a couple parts. Go back. So now I've made 2 trips to the hardware store. And then I got to make another trip, which every time a trip happens like that, it's at least an hour from start to finish to get to the recycling place to unload the water heater or to pay to get it picked up. So now I've got 8 factors going on and potentially not doing the best job at putting the water heater in. Okay, so I'm just using the water heater as an example because I've been around plumbers putting water heaters in, and I have a little bit of inside information on that. So let's look at what is the integrity of a plumber and doing a water heater and what that looks like. So we have a business called a plumbing business. It costs money to run a business, to have an answering service, to have a website, to have a administrative person, to have a bookkeeper, to have insurance, to have training, to have a vehicle, to have the expenses of a vehicle, to have the expenses of clothing, to have the expenses of equipment, to then get a water heater that isn't going to collapse on me in 2 or 3 years. And even though it may be warranted at Menards, I have to take it out and take it back to Menards, and hopefully they'll honor the warranty. And will they give me a percentage of the water heater, not the whole thing, because it's at the end of the warranty? Yeah. So now when I get a plumber, I get the experience, the education, the right tools, the possibility that something may go wrong as I'm installing it. I get the security of the installation. I get a guarantee. I get a warranty. I support a local business. I then also have my free time, or as one would say, my work time. I do my work. I make my wage, whatever it is that I make as an hourly wage in my life, and I have the time that's free time be free time for something other than replacing a water heater last minute, or figuring out when I can do that as an emergency, or as okay, it may be going bad, so as a probability I'm going to do this on the weekend. There goes my weekend. Now, do I want? Okay, let me stop. There may be a few of you out there that are hobby people that want to do a water heater on the weekend and take that time. Awesome. Good for you. You're not the potential client then for a plumber. And you're going to have no question about what a plumber is doing or charging, because you realize that not everybody wants to have it be fun to do. All right. So now you look at all those expenses. That's why a plumber, it costs a minimum to get the truck to your house from wherever they're located. It costs a minimum amount, and then they have to do the job. And they're not going to use the cheapest water heater. Why? Because that comes with a set of issues called the cheapest. Are they going to use the most expensive? Probably not, unless you ask them for the highest grade model, the top of the line, because you want the top of the line. They're going to come with something that they have done research with, they are comfortable with, and they have become satisfied with the company that sells them and warranties them and provides that power of service, having a professional do the water heater. Excellent. To me, that is called the integrity of having a professional service and looking at all of the factors that are involved in why that professional service costs what it does. They've had to get their license. They've had to spend their time. They renew their license every year. They have to have training every year. They do all of these things. All of that costs money, in which case we need to help them pay for that. Why? Because somebody's got to pay for it, and that's part of their income. So they spread it out. As you can see, I'm very passionate about the services people, the service industry, and the skill and what it takes for them to be skilled at their job, and for me to provide safe, qualified, educated, reliable, and guaranteed service. I'm willing to pay that. I'm willing. Why? Because I can go out, spend time networking, find a new client, get some business from me that pays me to allow me to pay for that service, rather than me taking all of that personal time, educating myself, maybe watching YouTube, following along with YouTube. Oh, if I make a mistake, what does it cost me? Having a plumber provides that. Now, the same story, the same scenario could be said for an electrician. It could be said for a carpenter. It could be said for a tile layer, for a lot of the laborers that are out there. Same with landscapers. Same with the services where it is intense. I have a friend that repairs chimneys, is a mason, and is a master mason. Went through the journeyman process, the training process of becoming a mason. Getting trained, seeing the nuances, seeing the breakdowns, the possibilities of things that could go wrong, learning techniques, creating his own techniques through his intelligence and his uniqueness to his trade, which makes him that much better than his competition. All of that, I'm willing to pay for that skill. Why? Because I see the value in it. I see what it saves me, how much it makes my life better, the guarantee that it gives my life. So as you're looking for this, stop being so angry that they charge what they charge. They charge what they charge because they're good at what they do. They are educated at what they do. They have the tools. They have the education. They have integrity in their field. They have insurance in their field. They are licensed in their field. I wouldn't want my neighbor to grab a drill and fix a toothache. Are you kidding me? Not unless he's gone to dental school, has the ability, and can give me Novocaine. That's why I go to a dentist. That's why having a plumber or an electrician who is certified to do the work for you is what it is. And yes, are there a different caliber? Sure. Are there handymen that can do some of that? Yes. Are they licensed? Are they insured? Can you guarantee what they do? That's the question of integrity that I ask you, and workability in that arena. Are all their spokes, as you can see up here in the picture, are all the spokes of those people that are coming and the hacks that you can sometimes find on Craigslist? Is it worth it? That's the question I ask you. God bless you all. Have a good night. Hope you enjoyed this integrity of pricing for services conversation. Knowledge. What's it worth to you? Take care. Have a blessed evening.
Coaching with Les has doubled my practice.
If you have any struggles in your business or your personal life, Les is your guy.
He's logical, he's empathetic, he has passion for helping people, and his ideas are genuinely thoughtful.
So if you're looking for a business coach with integrity, choose Les Still.